My dear student, let's quickly talk about the new objective engagement ads. As you can see, the Meta company is focusing a lot to start messages. So it basically now is trying its best to support, Messenger, Instagram messages, and of course WhatsApp. Then also it unites the video views into the engagement. So basically with messages it's quite clear. You start more conversations, you set up the campaign, and you get also the video views. I think it's quite clear. What I would love maybe to explain, I get a lot questions about retargeting engagement, because retargeting engagement can be really powerful. So I have prepared just custom audience in a very clean account. So this you will see if you have never ever created audience like custom audience. You just go to audiences in the business manager or ad account, and basically you will see your audiences quite easily, and you can create audience. But you can also see this if you have never ever created custom audience. And I get a lot of questions that for example, you can retarget Instagram account, or you can retarget Facebook page. But let's say students ask me a lot, how can I retarget concrete post? So I create a post about some special offer. I want to create a hot audience, and then I want to retarget them with conversion ads. So this is a video. You need to create a video, because if you go for video will allow you that, for example, 10 seconds view, and you can basically choose videos in your Facebook page, or of course Instagram business profile or campaign, or you can follow the ID. So this is quite important to know, that if you want to focus, let's say, on some concrete message that you create, then you can create the video. And basically then, for example, this was really pushed video about food, so you wanna retarget this specific message, so you just choose this specific video, and then in the third step of the customer journey you can retarget it. So the students ask a lot how to retarget concrete engagement. So this is possible with the video view. So now what I would love to show you are, let's say, some best practices. And what is really one of the best practices is just taking, let's say, 10 inspiring pictures, and basically about some topic. Let's say this is a wedding. You create some nice content via ChatGPT, some nice call to action. I recommend using 10 square pictures. I do not recommend using more than 10, because 10 pictures are also possible then to push for Instagram, no more. I also recommend using square pictures, because sometimes the ads are not looking so well on Instagram, and then when people interact with post, you can just invite them, and this way you empower your profile. So now let's say you want to create very nice engagement. So again, the process is very simple, very same. You just click to create and you just go for engagement. And now it's really important to understand that it covers the Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp starting conversation. It also covers video views. So if you create a video, later on you want to retarget people that watch this video. Also the engagement, people interact with your post. And of course conversion. So you want people to contact your business, or you want people do some action on your website. Then again, you just click to continue. You can go like that. The Meta will do everything for you. Just this, they will just do all the best practices for you. But let's check this. So it's again engagement. Please be sure if you have housing or employment, real estate, to really use this. Don't be afraid about broad targeting, as the AI will be still finding the best possible customers for you. Then in most cases, I would recommend activating Advantage Campaign Budget Plus, even if you, let's say, you will be having just one ad set. It's like generally recognized best practice. Of course, the best is if you test more audiences. So you create 2 ad sets, 3 ad sets, one for, let's say, retargeting, one for custom audiences or detail targeting core audiences, and let's say you create one for broad targeting. So then in this case you go probably for highest volume. But like if you already have some data in your system, in your ad account, you did already let's say some engagement, so you can aim for a certain cost per result. So this you can do. So you want to really have some cost for the result. You already have data. For example, you know that your engagement is really doing well, and you can really aim for some concrete number. So then you can aim for a concrete result. But even if you go just for the highest, like what they mostly recommend, highest volume, you will be doing well in the auction. You will get this high performing. So in the auction, you always, depending on the quality of post and quality of targeting, you will pay as low as possible, depending how great post you create, how great video you create, and like this, like the content, the better content you create, like the better results you will have. So you don't need to be so afraid. And also, let's say if you already know some data that you know you can be around, let's say this number, which is something reaching 2 cents. If you recalculate to USD, it's really low. So you can aim and tell the bid cap that you really want to go just for, let's say, 3 cents if you already have the data. But still, if you go for the highest volume, you are entering the auction. So like the better is like your post or your video, the less you will be paying. So basically better content, less costs. It's so easy. And then of course you can push for messaging app, you can go for on your ad. So this I really like, but website. But the most like my like best practice is like to people engage with your ads. So you go like Facebook page to maximize number of page likes. But like this is just my best practice is on your ad, on your post. This is something I think you will be using the most. But of course you can aim for building up your Facebook business page. But as I shown you, this is covering both, because you can then invite the people, so you engage them, and you can also invite them via likes, as I was showing you. And you can of course go for video view, you can go for post engagement, and also if you create event, so when people engage around your event, you set up event, you can go for event responses. So you want people start engaging around your event you are having. So you just go. Then again, you can get this Advantage Plus audience, which is really pleasant. So the Meta will help you to decide, but of course you can give some suggestions. Maybe you like age. Unless you have real estate, you can decide about the age, and you can maybe say like, let's say you have some real estate. So let's say we have some real estate. So let's say I want to have first time buyer, first time. Like this is what I want. I want to engage with people. For example, if I have real estate, I want to engage people that are first time buyers. So I give this suggestion. But for real estate, it's special category. I can't decide about the age. But I think this Advantage Plus audience is really great, that the technology will find the audiences, so the people don't need to be really so much afraid about the targeting. I think it's great. In Europe Union, you just fill this, you just write it, and that's easy. And basically you go next, and then probably, let's say, you just decide a page. So whatever you decide, the page, the Instagram. And usually my best practice is using the post. So of course you activate website events, and let's say you use some nice published posts. So let's say some photos and some nice text. And then basically this is how you create it. The same, you go for video view, for messaging, so you can go like this direction. And let's show you some real case studies, so you can have some more inspiration. So this is, for example, about company events. So it's corporate. So when you go for corporate, as you can see, this is activated, even it mainly uses the ads. But generally this is a best practice. If you read about it in the media buying guide, this is best practice. Even like you can have more ad sets, but I have been using it even for one ad set. And this is basically mainly focused on HR, business owners, and like high position people in their jobs, like vice president marketing and stuff like that. So this is like really focused corporate HR, companies, inspiration, acquisition. And then basically, as you can see, it has been different galleries. And I've been always using the square picture, because sometimes it can really do a big problems if you don't have a square on the Instagram. So I highly recommend using these squares, because still the square is not so big problem for real stories, because it can use the system, the square, and it can put some nice text, and also the reels, can really create some nice reels from photos. I mean, this is okay. I'm really happy with squares, but it's maximum 10 if you want to have also delivery on the Instagram. And like as you can see, even it has been engagement around post. You can set up also the button. In this case it's Messenger, so just Messenger button. You have the button for Messenger, send message, and you can like create a template, so you can just edit it and you create a text, you add the name and question, so you can start the conversation. They just click and you know what they need, and you easily start the conversation. So it's very easy, as you can see. And then I recommend using more. So in this case, this is without the button, but still you can see it's many likes and shares. People really like this one. So you can also expand to see it this way, so you can imagine it more. Or of course you can see really a lot of reactions. So it's really good to create more ads, and step by step. Maybe you have been running this campaign for a few months, and every week you create a new post and you like duplicate and you just create more and more. So then you have different messages that I would highly recommend to step by step build up more messages, so it's more interesting, and same like really more inspiration that is about engagement. The same you can go as we have here. You can go just directly for messages. Theoretically you can go for website, maximize the number of conversion, and let's say you want people to add to wish list. So you want people to add to wish list, you want to engage them on your website, or maybe you want to customize the product, or you want to view the content. But I mean, the add to wish list can be really great second step in the customer journey. So then you can include it into retargeting, and people they add to wish list, and then you retarget them with conversion with sales ads and accomplish the sales. Or maybe you have like a website and you want people to find your location to come to you, or you want them to schedule event or meeting with you. So this you can also go for. So which is quite cool that Meta company is also now supporting the engagement, and it's the second step on customer journey. It's not sales, it's the engagement on your website. Generally, what is my best practice, what I love the most, is on your ad. And basically this is about using the engagement. It's now also a lot about using the video, but you can drive it for a website. And I hope you will find this very useful. May it brings you great benefit, and may you engage. You create hot audience that you can, in the third step of customer journey, sell or get leads, or they can come to your local place.